Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to jeemanTV. Today we are with Martin Clement. How's it going, Martin?
Good, you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So tell me a little bit about your business right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
So right now, I work with a company called EXP Realty.
Okay.
It's the first real estate brokerage of its kind. It's what we call a cloud-based brokerage.
Okay.
So we have a virtual campus, and we have 28,000 agents throughout the world, and they all have their own avatar, just like if you were playing a video game, GTA, anything like that. They could use their avatar and walk into the virtual campus and sort of interact with the staff that way.
Okay.
So the company has seen tremendous growth in the past couple of years. When I joined in 2017, we were about 3,000, and now, like I said, we're 28,000 throughout the world.
So that's crazy. It's huge, right?
Very rapid growth. It is a very new model for the real estate industry. I like to compare it to the Netflix of the real estate industry,
Okay.
or the Uber of what the taxi was, right? We also have a very different type of system where the real estate agents that work for the company become owners of the company.
Okay.
So the more transactions you have with the company, the more stocks you own in the company.
Okay.
And if you attract other agents to join the company, then you get some type of revenue from attracting new agents to join the company.
So a little bit like Uber, it's really disrupting the way you work as a real estate agent.
Yes. So the service is still the same. We're still out there selling, helping people sell and buy homes. That hasn't changed on that side. But for the broker, it's a much better atmosphere. It's a more rewarding atmosphere, if you will. Yeah.
And so this cloud-based thing, can you tell us a little bit about that a little bit more? So basically, like I go on the cloud base, I have my avatar, and I can basically go to I don't know, somebody else in another country and ask them a question.
So let's say I'm having troubles with my website, and I work for a traditional real estate box here in Ottawa. I have to drive to the office. I have to go in. I have to go meet with the tech specialist. When I get to the office, I find out that, sorry, Eric's not here today. He's sick. So you can't really get help that day.
Yeah.
When you work with EXP, you have a problem with your website. Not everything's perfect. You log into the EXP world, the cloud-based campus. You walk in, and you've got 15 tech reps there. One of them's based in Texas. One of them's in Alaska. One of them's in Calgary. One of them's in Quebec City.
There's a huge help there.
So it's decentralized. If you own a brokerage here and you need somebody who's very good at accounting, you're sort of limited within 50 kilometers of Ottawa because people need to drive to the office. Our system, we're currently looking for about 15 new employees, and our geographic location is anywhere in North America.
Just anywhere, yeah.
Our geographic restraints are time zones. You don't need to drive to the office, right?
So it really changes the game.
So we've got the top talent in the industry when it comes to administrative support because everybody wants to work on their own hours. For myself, I can't work from home. I tried it, right? But I found myself sitting on the couch, playing way too much StarCraft.
I know what you mean.
Eating a bunch of food for no reason, just because it's there,
For sure.
So I decided to get an office space and a little collaborative space like this. And this building,
which we are. We're in the Media Mall.
The Media Mall here in Ottawa.
Great.
Yeah, they're also opening up a second location in Montreal.
Yeah, so even better.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're gonna have an office there also. We rented this space here because we wanted, a place to come and to interact with other real estate agents because I didn't want to work from home. And this collaborative space also has accountants and media companies, IT companies, programmers. So we're interacting with all other types of industries. And just that by itself sort of creates new opportunities.
Yeah, it's a networking hub right there, right?
It's a networking hub. It's
with
like
multiple companies that.
Yeah.
you're growing.
Imagine your BNI. I know a lot of people have
Yeah,
BNI,
BNI.
groups, BNI breakfasts. When I come to the office, when I come to Media Mall,
It's your BNI right
I'm
there.
in my BNI every single day.
Oh yeah, oh,
You
that's
know,
great.
and yeah, the opportunities for referrals coming in and going out are always there.
So let's just go back a little bit and let's talk about just how you got there to where you are.
Sure.
Because you had multiple business in your life, right?
Yeah.
You're a business guy.
I'm what you would call a serial entrepreneur.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
How did that start?
I've always had that type of mind frame. Um, as early as the second grade, I can remember having, you know, way too many video games. I was a spoiled kid. There's no doubt about that. But I said, hey, a lot of my friends are going to the video store and they're renting out their video games. Why don't I catalog what I have and see if any of my friends are interested in that stuff? And for sure, yeah, I'd have my buddies rent video games for me from $3 to $5 per week, which was a lot longer than the store was doing it, you know. And then they were renting for me. I was making a bit of coin there.
And at that time, it was good coin, right?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yeah.
$5 a week.
And then I
That's
could
good.
buy more inventory, buy the games that I didn't have, you know, stuff like that. So I've always had an eye for entrepreneurship. When I was 17, I opened up a small little restaurant, and then by the time I was 20, I had 3 of them on the road.
What type of restaurant?
The first one was sort of like a dining room with a chip stand attached to it.
Okay.
So you've all, you know, like a poutine shack or something
Yeah.
like that. So we built a dining room for about 30 people, and then we had the chip truck right up against it.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a
This is good,
fun
yeah.
little project, and it paid for all my college. You know, it took care of that.
Did anybody help you through that process? How'd that go?
So my parents owned restaurants when I was a lot younger. When we opened this one, they didn't have it anymore, but they definitely had a lot of know-how, right?
So you had help right there.
Yeah, my entrepreneurship spirit definitely comes from my parents. Both of them have had businesses, successful businesses, and my brother's an entrepreneur also, so it runs in the family for sure. But I also got help from the provincial government when I was 17.
Oh, wow.
They had a cool little program where you could write a business plan and you submit it to Centre de Développement pour Entrepreneuriat.
Okay.
Sorry for the French. I'm not too sure what it is in English. But they would pick the best business plans and then they would give you a grant. The grant was $3,000.
Still.
Yeah, it helped a
Better than
lot.
nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
So I really enjoyed that. And then studied in school for business management. After I was done my 3 years at La Cité Collégiale, I was enrolled at Cordon Bleu to become a chef.
Okay.
But my uncle was doing real estate at the time, and you know, the working in the kitchen is great. I still love it. I do it as a hobby, but the paycheck wasn't really exciting at the moment.
It wasn't really in your goals. Like
yeah,
mindset,
exactly.
Right?
So real estate got really appealing to me. You know, the what I like about real estate is that you get exactly what you put into it.
Okay.
So if you want to have, you know, a $50,000-$60,000 year, you can make that happen. If you want to shoot for the moon and make a few $1 million, you can make it happen too. You know, it all depends on what you put into it. So that's what pulled me into real estate.
And so before EXP, what did you do in real estate? Where were you?
So I was working for Remax,
Okay.
the traditional, you know.
A lot of people know.
Yeah.
Very known.
I had a team there, and we were selling about $50 million worth of real estate per year. And it was this huge outfit, and it was a lot of fun for a long time, but then it just got to be too much. You know, I was carrying 50 active listings at one point, and me and my business partner were doing our best to keep in contact with everybody. But when you have a demand that's that big on you, you sort of lose service, right?
Yeah, you're not giving the best service because you might not have time.
Exactly. So now I like to keep my clients, my listing clients, a bit smaller and deliver a better service. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Is this why you made the jump to EXP to push, or was it just something you wanted
Well,
to
I
do?
wanted to become an owner at Remax, but unfortunately the table was full. You know, that's a popular saying. After a business has been around for a while,
Yeah.
you go there, you find success, and you sort of want to become an owner of what you've helped to build, and it just wasn't available at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, and then EXP said, "Hey, if you work with us, you have success, we'll sort of give you back ownership of the company." And that was super appealing to me. Number one, for myself, but number two, for the people that I would attract to the company and grow with.
Yeah, because right now you have this company, and now you're trying to attract more
Yeah,
uh, realtors, right?
yeah. So I think we're 22 right now in our little group here in Ottawa, and
What's the goal for this year? Do you have a goal, or do
so
you...
I'd like to have 100 agents
Okay.
work with EXP here in
And is this
Ottawa.
just an Ottawa kind of thing?
So no, like I said, we do have an office that will be hopefully opening up in Montreal this year.
Okay.
We just had some agents sign on from Cornwall.
Oh, cool.
Super excited to work with those guys, Penny and Dale. So we're starting to grow outside of Ottawa right now.
So Ottawa, Montreal, and then who knows, right?
Well, there's some opportunities all over the world because EXP is a global company.
Yeah, so you could really reach out.
Yeah, you could go anywhere.
Yeah.
I've got some business in Mexico City sometime in February, and I'm gonna see if there's some opportunities to grow, the company down there. I'll be representing a client for the sale of a building there, so there'll be some opportunities.
So, like, let's say we're talking to people that maybe they're starting a brand new business, or they want to go freelance or stuff like that. What do you tell them as a person that has been in business for a long time and has ran multiple businesses? Like, where do you tell them to go, and how do they start? Right?
My answer might sound a bit biased, but I'm going to recommend that you get a business coach.
Okay.
Okay. A good business
good
coach.
business coach. Yeah.
There's a lot of coaches out there, and they're
just,
not all at the same level.
Yeah.
But what you want in a coach is probably somebody who's done what you're trying to achieve before.
In the same business, or not necessarily?
Preferably, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're trying to grow your massage company, your massage therapist, you probably want to find some type of person that has achieved, in the spa industry, or the health and wellness, or the fitness industry.
Yeah, like the Nordique Spa would be a good
place
to...
if you could get in contact with that guy that started that place and ask him about it, yeah, definitely, right? Get the advice. See what people have done before you, and if you really study them closely, you can avoid some of the mistakes that they've made when they started, and then you could sort of bypass that entire pain period.
For sure.
Right? I have a business coach, somebody who helps me.
Has it been a while? Like, was it like at the beginning of EXP, or even earlier than that?
I've been coached for about 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. Different coaches throughout the years, but the coach that I work with right now, 4 years going.
Okay. I know you got a vlog and a podcast.
Yeah.
Book club. So you read a lot of books, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, any books that you recommend for business owners, or just
so straight up business owner?
Yeah.
Or a real estate person?
Both. Like, for business owner first.
So Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
Is excellent. It gets you into the right mindset. It gets you thinking the right way. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I think you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm finishing the book like right now. I still got I'm at the end.
So what was your favorite takeaway from that book?
Well, the compound effect, right? It says it in the title. Like, there's two things. Do you take the 3 million or a penny that's gonna double every day?
Yeah.
Right. And that idea of taking a penny that's gonna double every day applies to everything in your life.
Yes.
Right. If you thank your girlfriend every day and tell her that you love her, that's gonna compound into something else.
Yes.
I try to, like, nowadays, when I meet somebody new, I think about the compound effect. So I think about what's going to happen if I don't talk to them.
Yeah.
But, ideally I do talk to them, and maybe I start talking about my business, my side business, which is video production.
Yes.
And then that's going to compound into something else, something
great.
better. So that's huge, right?
It is,
like, and he talks about, the routine and we watch a lot. I used to watch a lot of TV, and, I work in films and I work in video, and I love TV, and it is good in a sense
Of course.
to see that, but you lose a lot of time, right? You spend too much time binging.
True.
And then maybe you read a book and you realize that this is in a year I can get maybe a semester of an education.
Yeah.
That you would usually pay thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
You could read a book. You can do an audiobook. I think audiobooks are huge because in your car you lose, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour a day in traffic. Doing an audiobook is just huge for me.
Yeah.
So just all that stuff that, the compound
Seriously.
effect, it's going to compound into something huge that you don't realize now.
Small and consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved reading that book because it gave me permission to go small.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
it gave
that's
me
true.
permission to not have to hop on the ice and go score a hat trick every single time,
Yeah.
So my thing is I work with a lot of newer agents, and they all say, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to door knock on 100 doors.
Yeah.
They might pull it off for a day or two,
Mm-hmm.
but then they get discouraged, they get tired,
It's
they
hard.
stop doing it. So do something small every single day that's going to get to you where you want to be.
Yeah.
One of my things that I've been doing is I've been sending out 2 handwritten notes every single morning, right?
To some of your clients.
Some of my clients.
Yeah.
That's easy.
It's huge. Though.
It's easy.
Yeah.
And if you do that for a year, man, that's what, like 700 letters?
Yeah. I think for me, for business as a freelancer, so I read Crush It, I guess it's the first one from Gary Vee.
That's
right?
my third book recommendation.
Okay, we'll talk about it in a second. So I read Crush It, which gave me a lot of ideas to do a lot of stuff on social media.
Yeah.
So now, I don't want to stop, but then reading The Compound Effect right after told me I can go small and I need to keep that momentum, the big mo. He talks about the big mo, which is the big momentum.
It's good. Good.
You go small, and then that's going to create a momentum, and then you put that in your routine. But in the Crush It, I wanted to just do it all at once, right?
Yeah, Gary and Gary and Darren are saying the same thing, but with 2 levels of energy that are both good but different.
Yeah, one is more about social media and how to get there.
Yeah.
And the other one, the Compound Effect, is really about life and how to apply everything.
Yes.
To your life.
Yeah.
Into a compound effect.
They're both very good mentors for sure. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is good for today.
It's good.
Yeah, super glad to have you on the show.
Man, this is great. I've been seeing your stuff a lot online.
Cool. Yeah, I think
I can see that something's going on.
we keep the momentum going.
And the big mo.
Yeah, the big mo. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Think G-Man, we'll see you next time.